In the glittering heart of Seoul, where names open doors and wealth commands respect, love is a currency few can afford, unless you're willing to risk everything. Meet Sujin, heiress to the Jeonghwa Group, groomed in silk, polished in pride. Her life was already planned. Ivy League education, elite suitor, society weddings, all tied to her father's ambition and her family's reputation. But fate has a funny way of flipping scripts. Because in a tiny cafe, pouring coffee in worn-out sneakers, was Junho, a man with no background, no title, no interest in attention. And yet, his quiet presence echoed louder than any applause she had ever known. He didn't flatter her with riches, but with presence. He didn't promise her the world, just his heart. And slowly, the unlikeliest bond began to form. While others bought her gifts and glamour, Junho gave her silence, kindness, honesty. They shared laughter, noodles, long walks, and sunsets no penthouse could afford. But not everyone saw it that way. To her powerful family, love wasn't enough. A poor man was a disgrace, an embarrassment, a betrayal of legacy. They gave her an ultimatum: walk away from him or walk away from everything she'd ever known. And she chose love. They called it a disgrace, a scandal, a fall from grace. She was disowned, rejected, and cut off, left with nothing but her pride and a man she barely knew. From silk sheets to shared meals in a rented apartment, Sujin embraced a life far from luxury, but closer to truth than ever before. She worked small jobs, he supported her, and though their life was simple, their hearts were full. But back in her world, chaos stirred. Jeonghwa Group, once powerful, was under siege. Enemies within the boardroom conspired. Business allies turned their backs and old friends became traitors. Her family faced ruin, the same family that had cast her aside. And through it all, Junho remained silent. Every night he left their apartment quietly, telling her he had errands, sometimes meetings. She never questioned him, because Junho was never just a barista. Behind his silence hid a legacy. Junho was Lee Junho, the billionaire owner of Hanul Holdings, the most powerful conglomerate in Asia. But he had walked away from the spotlight years ago, choosing to live anonymously in search of something no wealth could buy: love. Now, with the woman he loved abandoned and her family collapsing, he made his move, not with revenge, but with resolve. He summoned his loyal executives, made encrypted calls, moved his empire from the shadows.
The man you rejected, the one you called unworthy, is the same man who held you up when the world let you fall. Your daughter gave up everything for love. And now that love has saved your empire. Silence followed. Sujin's mother wept. Her father bowed his head. But Junho didn't come to boast. He came for her. He took her hand, knelt down, and offered her a ring, not of diamonds, but of stone. A simple rock she once picked up on their first walk together, a memory far richer than gold. And with tears in her eyes, she said yes. No reporters, no flashing cameras, just love, simple, true, and earned. They married quietly in a countryside chapel. She wore a borrowed dress. He still rode his bike. And in the quiet mornings, she ran her own cafe, while he stayed by her side. The richest man in the country, still wearing a smile money could never buy. In a world obsessed with fortune, they chose love. And beneath his broken shoes was a heart richer than any crown. Sometimes, the greatest riches come from the simplest hearts.
If you enjoyed this movie, don't forget to subscribe to Akaa Movies on YouTube. Stay updated with more inspiring South Korean love stories, African folktales, Nigerian life dramas, emotional true love stories, real-life experiences, American talent showcases, and so much more. At Akaa Movies, we bring you stories that touch the heart, entertain the soul, and celebrate cultures from around the world. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our growing family of global story lovers. Your next favorite story is just one click away, only on Akaa Movies.